yes, it is true. Happy wife, happy life. I need this happiness. I need this success. Because for a man to be happy, he has to be successful. And true success is measured by the happy wife.
Welcome to Love Stories, a relationship podcast for successful women, where we talk about love, dating, relationships, and how great love stories are made. Whether you're searching for the one, you're madly in love, or simply curious about romantic relationships, this podcast is for you. I'm Charlene Byars. Each week, you'll hear from women, couples, and experts, and all the ins and outs on how to create your own love story. I am so passionate about this subject, and I'm so excited to share all the things that you can apply to create a beautiful love story of your own. Cheers to great love. Welcome back to the Love Stories podcast. I'm your host, Charlene Byars. Hello, I am so excited. Today's episode is the second half of my conversation I had with Saif Al-Yasi, a true masculine gentleman. Please make sure to circle back to last week's episode to get the first half of this incredible conversation we had about relationships, men and women, and what it takes to have an amazing relationship. Saif is a true gentleman. And ladies, it is important who we choose to marry because that decision alone will determine your overall happiness. It's important to have amazing relationships and marry your best friend. Choose a man you feel safe with. Choose a man you love and adore and who loves and adores you. I promise he's out there. And that's why I created this podcast, to give you the tools and the conversations and the skills that you can apply to find and create a beautiful love story of your own. Let's talk about the tip of the week, which is feeling butterflies is a red flag. Feeling butterflies is not a good thing. Feeling butterflies means that there is something about him that you consciously didn't pick up. Your subconscious mind picked up something and it sent a message to your hypothalamus that said that you're in danger. It triggered a production of cortisol, which is your stress hormone. And when you produce cortisol, it goes to your stomach. That's the butterfly feeling that you're feeling when you're in danger. So if you show up on a date and you feel butterflies, that's a red flag. When you show up on a date, it's your opportunity to determine his values, his character, and see if he's a gentleman or not. How do you do that? You do that by going on a coffee date for the first date and giving yourself 45 minutes to evaluate him and see if you're feeling warm and fuzzy. That's the opposite of butterflies. And how do you do that? You do that by asking him a few questions and having a conversation with him. And more importantly, paying attention to how your body feels. You're not looking for chemistry. You're looking to see how your body feels and if there's something that just doesn't feel right. So don't ever mistake butterflies as a good thing. That is actually your body warning you about something that's off. When you're around a man, you should feel safe and warm and fuzzy, and not anxious butterflies. Now back to the second half of our interview. With no further ado, Saif Al-Yasi.
So, as I said, like in the male part, that there are lots of men out there, but there are no gentlemen. I can say on behalf of you, ladies, there are women and there are ladies. So a lady is a different style of upbringing from woman. So it depends all about how the lady or how the woman is brought up and to become that lady, to understand values of respect, to understand values of appreciation, to understand the values of herself as well, and how to respect herself and what is right and wrong for herself. So if you build yourself, first of all, for the man and the woman here that I'm talking about both, if you build yourself and you know the needs of happiness, and you know the needs of your comfort, and you know the needs of how to please yourself, you're going to be a different person than a person who's lost, who doesn't know what makes him happy or what makes her happy. So in the relationship, if you find a woman who doesn't know what she wants and doesn't know what pleases her, she's never going to be happy with any man. So she's not going to be able to show happiness to that man. She's not going to be able to show happiness to herself. She's always going to be demanding. She's always going to be unhappy. She's always going to be asking for more. And this is something that makes the man exhausted. This is something because we want to do our job, our duty as men is to provide and to protect. And these are the two things. In return, if I'm giving you providing, like I'm spending on the house, I'm responsible for every financial aspect. I'm responsible for the feelings that I'm trying to show in different languages as well. So on the other side, I'm protecting as well. I'm giving you all the love. I'm protecting and providing. All of that I'm doing. In return, I need respect and appreciation to show that what I'm doing, what I'm practicing in my masculinity by providing and protecting, that the result has to be respect and appreciation. If both are not there, that means I'm failing. And the worst thing a man wants to feel is failure. He doesn't want to see that. And that's why it's very, very much important to either feel it, look at it in different ways, because most of the women, they're lost. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to treat the man. It's very simple. It's only these two things. Look at what he's doing. As long as he's showing up with something, as long as he's responsible, this is his love language to you. This is how he shows you, I love you. This is how he shows you, I am there for you. This is how he shows you that he is the one. Because most of the men are, they don't know how to say the word I love you. They don't know how to say beautiful words. Most of by the way, you will find the best people or best men who know how to talk. They are the players. They are not the serious ones. The shy ones who doesn't know how to talk, but they take action. They are the ones who are worth being strong men and investing in them. And this communication grows as the relationship ties in together. So that's the way that the woman has to respect and appreciate the man, to show him how he can be more masculine, how he can grow. And because masculinity is built, it takes two women behind a successful man. It's not one woman behind a successful man. A woman that destroys him and brings him down to the ashes, and the other one that picks him from the ashes to where he is supposed to be. This is how the true definition of success is. And if you look around, you will find most of the successful men and successful in relationships. There's a strong woman who was patient with him from the moment he was nothing until the moment he became something. So it takes a woman to build a man. It takes a woman to create a man. It takes a woman to create this masculinity. It's a reflection. It's a help. It's something that both have to build together. It's the confidence. It's the patience. It's the strong belief that in whatever you're going to invest in this relationship or in this man, it's for your own self. Because again, from the other part of the reflection is like how the mirror can be twisted around, is like how the woman will see her success in terms of the success of her man. And by that time, he's going to be providing more. He's going to be protecting more. He's going to give more. And this is how you show the man, the husband, what he wants to see. It's not the other way around. But starting back and going back to where we started from, you have to work on yourself first of all. You have to be knowing what makes you happy. You have to know what makes you strong and confident. You need to know in life that you need to separate the entire world outside and not leak anything which was happening between you and him, and keep it contained, because this is you. The relationship, as it grows, and as the moment you decided to be inside a relationship, it means that you have decided to be one. So I cannot cut my arm just because I'm not happy with my arm because it's painful today and it's hurting me today. I cannot cut my arm. My arm is part of me. I need to take care of my arm. So my wife is my heart, my body, my soul, my everything. So I cannot detach her because I'm going to detach myself, and I'm going to be unhappy if I detach my other part. So you melt together. So don't allow, going back to the confidence in both the man and the woman, but mostly the woman. If you are confident of who you are and what happiness brings to you, and the moment you're with someone, you will not allow anyone, not your friends, not your mother, not your sister, to be in the relationship, as he is going to do the same. Because what happened between you two has to stay between you two, okay? And you protect it. It's like whatever happens between you both, it's like a nuclear bomb, but you are both the shell to hold it strong and not be exposed outside, and don't have the influence of the surrounding being involved inside. As we have with our dreams, as we have with our ambitions. My goal right now, my dream right now, if I tell it to any person, everyone will start giving me opinions and like throw their influence on me, and I will be lost and I will be shattered all over the place. Right. I don't know what I want. Too much information, too much influence. It shows that I'm not confident. So same thing with the relationship. Keep it close. And the leak is always from the woman's side. So protect the relationship.
Protect the relationship, and to protect the relationship, I'm going to piggyback on some of the things that you just said. In your opinion, and because of the success that you now have with your wife, right? What would you consider to be a successful marriage, and what are the main points in the sense of like the roles? Because I truly believe this. I believe that men and women play different roles, and that's cool. I call it the dance. And, people are like, oh, we got to play games. No, we're not playing no games. This is just reality, because you have a man, you have a woman, we're different. It's okay. And you bring us together, and there's different roles that we should be in. And that's, for me, how you have success in a marriage. So what is your opinion on that?
As I said in the beginning, like the start foundation of any relationship has to be the man and the woman in their relationship together, apart from husband and wife. Remove the word husband and wife, or redefine the word husband and wife as partners, as best friends. So instead of saying best friends, we say husband and wife, as it's supposed to be. This is the redefinition of it. So the relationship has...
I call it? Can I just tell you what I say? I always say best, right here. I just add this. This is my little thing. I call it, it's like being married to your best friend lover.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Because that's the beauty. Because when you get married, it's truly your best friend, but you also have that romantic, lover with you, which to me is the ultimate. It's the ultimate layer. So that's kind of like how I say it. I'm always like, best friend lover.
I even advise, like today I was talking to one young guy and he was telling me that he has a best friend, female, and they talk together and they're so happy together, but there's nothing between them. I know he's single and I know he's searching. I was like, brother, you have your wife right next to you there. But he's like, no, she's just a best friend. I told him exactly, marry your best friend. This is how the relationship is going to be. Best friend, best lover, best husband, best wife. This is how the relationship should be. And this is like almost 50% of the whole success in the relationship. And then once you know that this best friend is part of you, it's like part of your body. So whatever she feels or whatever he feels, you have to feel it. So you have to heal it. You have to fix it. Not argue with it, not fight with that. And also, this is a message for the men who are in relationships. A woman is a fragile human being. You are the stone. Don't break this piece of art that God created. Don't break this vase that is so beautiful, because once it's broken, it's difficult to fix. So take care of her. Don't use your strength. Don't use your anger. Don't use your masculinity. Keep it outside the door. Show it to her. Let her know that you are capable of causing any kind of damage to the world outside. Let her feel that she is with a strong man, with a confident man, with a man who is a hero to the world. But with her, she's the one who's taking care and control of you. Let her feel that vulnerability. Let her feel that love. Feel that emotions that you have, and share it. Don't be afraid to share it, because she needs it. And from the other side as well.
Can I just say something real quick? Hold on, before you go into the other side. It's very important that you said that. Thank you for saying that. Because as women, and I'm speaking, as a woman, I'm speaking in generalization. As women, I hear all the time that what they need, and I'm going to break this down a little bit, but what we need as a woman when we're in a romantic relationship with our best friend is we actually need to feel safe. And I'm not just talking about safe in the sense of, physical protection. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Because if I'm out and about, I'm a strong woman. I'm very street smart. I can see things and I get to know, but thank goodness I have a man that if something goes down that I know that I can, he has me in the physical realm. Like he's got this. Okay. But that's not the main thing. So men, and I love that you touched on this. When we talk about safety, it's safety with our hearts. It's safety in the emotional ability. Because, if you're in a relationship and you don't have that safety and you have a man completely, not aware of himself and the things that he can say can destroy us. And it is absolutely devastating. And for me, speaking for me, myself as a woman, speaking for so many women, one of the biggest things that we do need too is exactly what you just said. For a man to be able to have that emotional maturity that he can handle himself, that he's going to stay respectful, even when things are a little, because people are going to have disagreements. I believe that's cool. You're going to have disagreements, but you can have disagreements in a safe way. Okay. True. You still can. And so, so keep talking about that, because I know you're going to talk about the other side.
Yeah. So the strength part, the masculine part, the whole masculinity that you fell in love with your husband, my wife fell in love with me. I have to keep investing in that. I have to keep growing that, because I don't want to be married and that's it. I got the catch of my life and I'm sitting down and sitting back. I'm not going to become this Brad Pitt anymore that she saw me as, with physical masculinity, looking young, looking fresh, looking confident, I'm going to be that lazy husband. No, you need to be still attractive. You need to still feel that you are working on yourself, working on your mind, working on your confidence. Keep growing. The moment the man stops growing, it means that the man has died. Okay, so the man has to keep finding challenges in his life outside the relationship, and we're talking about the world outside, where he's conquering to provide, to protect. Keep growing in your career, keep finding challenges, keep growing, work on yourself, work on your body, work on your health, meet new people. This aspect is what other people are teaching in order how to keep growing. So the man has to keep growing to be more attractive and become more wanted by his woman. Okay, you don't want to stop this, but keep this outside. And once you're home, you are that. Practice your emotional strength, practice the love with the wife, practice the communication, practice how you take care of her. But she is going to see what you left outside. Don't bring it inside. Don't be angry at her. Don't practice the physical training that you've been practicing outside with her, and keep that. So on the other side as well, the woman, like right now, my wife, she is super attractive to me day by day. She, as I said, I love strong women, and I don't mean strong only emotionally or mentally or intellectually, but I also mean in terms of strength. She is she's almost second Dan taekwondo player, which is very attractive for me. I know that she can kick my ass anytime, but let her try. But this is also attractive to me because, look, who lives with me and her? My son. I'm not home. He is watching. He is learning. He is practicing what she's doing, and he knows that his mom is strong. And I need this strong woman because this strong woman is attractive to me, and this strong woman is the school to my son until he goes to school, actual school. And look at him, how he grew up. He's healthy because we eat healthy and we eat clean. He's practicing exercising, and he's looking at his mom. If he falls down, his mom is going to show him some emotions, but not overrated emotions, because she's vulnerable. She's scared herself. She's worried about this. If she sees an insect on the floor, she's not going to be jumping and crying and calling for help. She's going to show him how it's done. So I know that my son has the right environment to grow as a very strong man, even stronger than both me and my father and his ancestors as well. Like, he's going to be the well-invested man. If you ladies out there can wait for my son, he's going to be ready in a few years.
I love that you said that. I want you to tap a little more into that when you said, when it comes to relationships, and when we talked about when it comes to, we both need to show up. Talk more about, like, what do you personally do as a man to stay in your masculinity, and how you taking care of yourself? Because I do believe that. I see that so often, Saif, that, men get married and they abandon themselves.
Yeah.
And they don't take care of themselves. And I know that once a man does take care of himself and he has that space for himself, that really plays a huge, huge role on how he shows up for his wife.
True.
So
Absolutely.
what are the things that you are doing when you say, speaking to men, take care of yourself so you can take care of your family?
True. So, okay, I work as a personal trainer part-time. Part of who I am is a personal trainer. So I do train people, and I work on their own transformation as I work on myself. So let's talk about myself and my own transformation. I became, during the first relationship, chubby. I left myself. I let myself go to that place of, losing it. Okay, enough of the gym. It was something during the teenagehood or during my early 20s. Now I'm married. Now I'm a responsible person. So I have to be a different person than what I was or what I was going through. Now, this is where the failure happens. So if it's physical, we're talking about. Now, I worked on myself to build the body that I have today and what I want to go through. So this is something, it's not just the looks. Okay, looks is part of it, but it's not just the looks. It's beyond the looks, okay? It's more of growing the confidence, because with a good body, confidence grows, strength grows. I want to be able to grow old and grow young, let's call it, okay? I want to be looking stronger than I was in my early 20s. I want to be physically stronger. Like, I want to lift my son as he is a father of his kids. I want to lift him as I was lifting him when he was in his early years. So this is the physical aspect. Now, the challenges in life, I want to grow also. I don't want to grow my muscles. I want to grow my other muscle, which my father called is like, when I started my journey of transformation, my father said to me, I wish you train your brain as you train your body as well. So I started reading and I started investing in my thoughts. So I started listening to podcasts. I started accepting other people. Like, when I'm sitting with someone, this is emotional intelligence. I started practicing emotional intelligence, which means accepting other people's opinions, seeing how people look in life. So this grows me as a person in public. I can now speak freely to anyone in the world as I'm speaking to you. Like, we're so much further away. You're from a place, I'm from a place, I'm from a background but we speak very freely with very much strong confidence that you feel and you see here. This came because I have met and I have allowed myself to get out of my comfort zone and talk to other people, learn. I will make mistakes, but I will know how to talk and avoid these mistakes. I learn from my mistakes. So it's fine to make mistakes. It's fine to fail. It's fine to pick up yourself and keep learning and practicing and growing. As we fail in the gym with the weights, we cannot lift any more weights. We become sore, but what happens the next day or the week after, we're going to be stronger. We are going to look at these weights and laugh at them because they are going to be our warm-up exercises. The same thing in real life as well. This is how the man has to continue. Keep growing your confidence, keep growing your social network, but in a healthy, good way. You can tell me my future, and this is how I tell people. I can tell you your future based on the 5 people that you hang around with today. Okay, so who is your network? Who are you? What are you doing in your life? How are you growing? Because my wife sees this in me and she is attracted to me. She's not attracted to how I look undressed. Okay, there might be other boys out there who are way much prettier than I am in their bodies. I'm not saying that I have a perfect body, but yes, as a person who is in his 44 years of old, 2 days ago, I look way much better than who's younger than me even right now. And I do take care of myself, but this is something attractive to my wife and respectful, because she sees that I am a person who is fighting. I am a person who is growing. I am doing this for the sake of myself, to be able to provide and protect and keep this family growing and glowing. So I am an icon for my son. I am a idol for my son. Ask my son today, what do you want to be? He's going to point out to me and say, I want to be like you, Dad. So this is something that you as a father have to keep investing in yourself to be able to be wanted, to be able to be an icon, a leader for the relationship. You are, if you are working on yourself, your wife is going to be jealous and she's going to be working on herself. She's like, my husband is looking so damn good and I have to do something about myself. So it's a win-win situation. Both, she's going to be able to change herself. She's going to be able to grow as well. She's going to be able to level up with the language that she used to talk to when you were young together. As you grow, now your language has changed because of the investment that you have put in your head. She's going to be able to invest as well, to be able to communicate with you. And that's what's happening with me and my wife. So when I'm listening to a podcast, I send it over to her. She'll be listening to it and we'll come back home, for example, and we discuss what's happening in the world and what's happening in the future for our son and for ourselves as well. So it's very much important to keep this wheel going and not stop. But know that this investment that you're doing is for yourself, for the sake of the family and for the sake of the relationship.
Yes, yes. Oh, I love that. I love that. Because I just said this not too long ago. You get in these relationships, right? You get in these romantic relationships. And to me, being in a relationship, a marriage, it's all about, growing and maturing as we get older. You don't want to stay stuck in anything, right? So to me, it's not about the matter of like how long someone's been married. Cause I'm like, oh, you've been married for how long? But are you guys growing? Are you guys happy? Are you guys having fun? And what I realize is a lot of times we have this misconception is you get in a relationship, Saif, and you think, okay, well, now I'm in the relationship and, we should have unconditional love. Well, I believe in unconditional love, but we're not just talking about unconditional love, because if you don't, as a human being, just like you said, take care of yourself and have pride in the sense of, I feel good about who I am. I'm physically strong. I eat the right food. I get the right sleep. I know how I'm showing up. If we don't continue on doing that, and especially if you guys are in a romantic relationship, that person is not going to continue admiring you. There's a difference. You can't expect someone to admire you and have that type of like polarity, the yin and the yang in a relationship. You got to have that, admiring. That's what keeps us alive, keeps us going. If you don't have that, if you don't take care of yourself and you abandon yourself, that is, like you said, it's going to affect the actual relationship. So I love that you talked about that, because it's so much more than just,
It's so much more.
It's so much more. It's really, it's what you hear, when you talk about taking care of yourself, of your mind, your body, your soul, is how that really plays a part in how you can take care of your person. What have you noticed with your woman? Is like, what is like, if I was going to talk to her right now, I'm just so curious about this. What would she say is the thing that you do for her is something that is really what she needs? Like, how do you show up? What are some of the ways that you show up for your wife?
Wait a second.
Okay, let's do it.
She wrote the most beautiful thing. She's a person that which is very much respected and admirable by me from what she does. She doesn't tell me I love you. I think since the moment we fell in love until today, the moment she said I love you was her being forced for me to push her in a playful way, like, tell me I love you. Do you love me? I always ask her this question. And she probably said it for the past 8 years that we've been together. She probably have said it 2 or 3, 4 times, maybe maximum. Okay. So she doesn't show it by the words, but she shows it by the way that she treats me. And my birthday was 2 days ago. So she posted on social media the most beautiful messages, because she knows,
birthday.
like, thank you very much. So she said, she tagged me. She said, Saif Al-Yasi, I'll be the first. What attracted me in my husband: intelligence, strongest will I've ever seen, patience like no other, humble approach to life, respect to me as his wife, not money, not power, not fancy stuff. Happy birthday, my bestie, my comfort zone. I love the way we read each other's minds, think the same, and understand each other. Thank you always for supporting me, encouraging me, and bearing my dramas from time to time. And on the other side, also on another post, she said, I believe in mutual hard work in relationship. I believe in a man being a leader in relationships. I can say with confidence that I would never be that loving, caring, and respectful if it's not mutual. Thank you for being patient with me, understanding, showing me how peaceful can be life with reliable man, even if there's 100 problems. These two posts, really, absolutely was the best gift that she has ever given me, and I appreciate that.
Like, that is like, seriously, that is so special. That is so special, because that's really what it comes down to. And I'm
ready to be patient. I'm ready to be patient for another year of her actions and not saying anything, caring like that, for my birthday, for her to throw out everything in this beautiful way. So that's how important these words from a woman to the man, to appreciate, although I see it in her smile. For me, because I'm smart, I can read people, okay? Her smile when I come home from work means everything. It means I am the most successful person on this planet, okay? I have done my job. The smile says it all. Done, period, mic down, right? But this takes it just to another level, And I must say, I was like, about to drop a tear out of this, but I held myself. Although we are still, like, she's in back home in her vacation. My birthday happened, but this was everything. Yeah.
No, that's beautiful. Kudos to you. I hope she sees this and she can see how valuable and how amazing that was. And like you said, it wasn't even gifts or anything like that. It was true recognition and affirmation on, the way that you've been showing up for her, how that has really catapulted her and makes her feel all the warm and fuzzies with you. So good job. I mean, seriously, that's why I think, these conversations and these changes, anybody, can listen to this. Anybody can start, making some changes in their lives, because I don't believe that people are stuck. I believe that you can get unstuck, right?
True.
And I believe that's why we have people like me. That's why we have people like you, really talking about the things that we have done and the ways that we have applied and the way that we've learned, because me too, like I am a completely different wife now with my current husband, because I was married. Safe. I was married before for 23 years. I was in her 20s. That's a long time with a lot of kids. And so, but the woman that I was then and the woman that I am now is completely different. And the response that I'm getting from my men is completely different. I had no idea either. I had no idea. I was in a space that I would just blame the guy. I didn't know. I thought it was always the guy. He's this and this. I didn't realize how important, both people are. Obviously, it takes, I didn't know that. I mean, really, I didn't know that. I didn't know it actually takes two people to have a relationship, but it does. It takes two people to have a relationship. I know that I have kept you on for so long. I feel like I can talk to you forever because I feel like there's so many layers here when it comes to relationships, when talking about your journey. But on top of that, before, I know we're going to probably see if anybody has any Q&A or some questions right now, but how can people listening to this today, and it's really resonating with them, so much, you said so many great nuggets today. How can they get into your world? Because I know I'm in your community, but this is going to go out to my community. How can they get in your world, and how can they reach you, and how can they find you?
So I'm available on two accounts. Be Human Academy is the main account. This is the academy where we change people. We start with the people themselves in terms of individual people, men and women, how to grow, how to learn how to say no to other people, how to respect yourself, how to grow, how to shine. And then we work in the relationships, and then in the relationships or after the relationships, we work how to grow the family, how to invest in kids, because our role in the academy, and I believe as well the reason why we are who we are today and what we went and gone through in the past is a reason. There's a reason behind that, is to help other people, to help change the world if we can. And I believe if me and you and other people are willing to do so, we can apply that change. We can change the wheel towards having better families, having better men, having better women, having stronger bonds in the relationships, less amount of divorce, more respect between men and women mutually. Because the world needs us, the world needs people like us, the world needs people that listen to us in order to apply what we say and what we've been going through to avoid as much damage as we can and make this world a better place. Because the world is going the wrong direction as I see it around me and what's happening. I feel as we started off with this podcast, men are becoming weaker, women are becoming all over the place because there is no masculinity to contain them and lead them towards building nice families and finding their own responsibilities instead of what society is driving them towards to. So yeah, this is the academy. This is the role of what we do. We have a lovely community which is growing and glowing as well. We do weekly lives, also weekly discussions, roundtables, we can call them. And then you can find me as well on my personal account, Saif Al-Yasi. I'm always reachable. I'm always approachable. On my account, I talk mostly about nutrition and life and health in general, because I believe if you do not know what to eat and how to treat your own body and how to take care of your own body, because this body can be either the damage of you or the cure to you. So what you feed your body is either medicine or sickness. So yeah.
Oh, that's how. And let me ask you this. Oh, that's fascinating. Thank you so much, you guys. Like, honestly, get in his world. He's amazing, and everything that he has to say, like, honestly, turns into gold because it is so true. It's so spot on. Why do you think there was such a pull to the viral, I know that, you've gone viral a few times, and I know that, the way that I found you was, happy happy wife, happy life. Why do you think that resonated with so many people?
It's mostly the woman because I think, as you said, women mature quickly and faster, and they understand life and what is needed more than the men, because you play with the emotions, and this is all about how the man needs to tap into the emotional part of him and practice this emotional world that he's scared and he's avoiding. And you are experts in emotions and how to treat emotions and how to handle emotions because you feel that, and happiness is part of the emotions. So yes, it is true because you feel it, you know it. And I understand that, as many men also who commented or who shared or who understood what I say, is because it's true. Because those are the men who were brave enough to swallow that ego pill that we talked about, and that how they felt the happiness. And trust me, the happiness that they are saying that we live in the happiness, we don't need a woman to make us happy, and all the women, we can have multiple happiness here and there. They go back to sleep by themselves, wishing that they have their own family, wishing they have this one woman that she shows them who they are and how successful they are with their life. So yes, as I said, you can measure the man's success if he is married. And then let's go into the category of married men. You can measure the married man's success in how his wife is smiling and how his wife is living. If she's desperate, this man has failed. If she's happy, this man has succeeded. I guarantee you right now, or I wish you to go and meet Medina, who's my wife, and see her from far away from me. Talk to her. You will see how she is happy. She doesn't need to be smiling all the time, but you will feel the happiness in her and the confidence, and how she's glowing and shining is because of that environment that she lived in. It's because of the messages that she wrote to me, and this is what she reflected that I was doing without me noticing, because it became like an automatic thing that I work and operate on, because I am feeding my soul, I'm feeding myself, I'm feeding my brain by seeing this happiness. This is what I want. I need to be healthy. I need to be living my life. So yes, it is true. Happy wife, happy life. I need this happiness. I need this success. Because for a man to be happy, he has to be successful. And true success is measured by the happy wife. So you guys out there, you want to be happy, go find a woman, the right woman for you, invest in that woman, make her happy, and feel the success over there. Trust me, guys, you are going to feel success beyond and happiness beyond anything that you have ever experienced. Her happiness, her smile for me is worth more than millions of dollars right now, because if I have millions of dollars, I'm going to spend it, I'm going to pretend that I'm happy, but truly I'm sad inside. I'm missing something inside, because this is what I want. There are millionaires and billionaires who talk to me. They are ready to throw out their money to find this happiness that I have. They want to copy this happiness that I have. They ask me, how do I get what you have? How do I find the right woman? The right woman is not found. The right woman is created. The right woman is invested in by you. You create this as a husband. You create this happiness. You change the woman. You are able to change a woman from where she has any past in her life, to change her to become that woman that you want. Invest in her. It takes the right, strong man, emotionally and confidence that he has, to change the woman wherever she's from, to become the woman that you want, to bring that happiness that you need.
Oh, that's beautiful. And let me just piggyback on that. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. And that is exactly true. And me speaking as a woman who's married now, this is my second marriage. Me speaking as a woman, there is nothing more rewarding to my husband than exactly what you said when he always says, well, mama's happy. And I'm happy because my husband though is truly the way that he shows up, the way that he treats me, his kindness, his respect, and yes, he provides for us. Yes, he is the head of the household, all of that. It's all there. But what really does it for me is exactly what you just said. is just he has given me as a woman such a different space of safety that I can just let go and I can just be a woman.
Absolutely.
Seriously, I can just be a woman and I don't have to be, how I was before in my old marriage. And
Yeah.
so, but because of him, because of his confidence, because he takes care of himself, because he has also learned, it wasn't always like that, but he has also learned how to tap into that emotional maturity, how to swallow that pill. And that has played such a big part in our relationship and our growth. And it gets better and it's getting better. Like, what are you and your wife looking forward to? Seriously, like what's in the future for you guys? Because it seems like you guys have such a cool relationship. We got to bring her on and we got to have a podcast with her too.
Yeah, I wish. She's not a podcast guy, but we have done a podcast together, but it takes so much effort for me to push her out of this comfort zone. But what is the future? What is the future? Definitely is to grow old together, have fun as we grow old, live the life that we are living right now, but even better together, with watching Adam, who is our son, growing and having his own life as well. I mean, we are seeing what we are investing in him in terms of love. I said this in multiple podcasts, but I'll say it here to you as well. He doesn't call her mommy, he calls her honey. And that reflects, yes, that reflects because he only hears her name. He doesn't know her name. I mean, as he was growing, now he knows.
Yeah.
But even in the park, when she takes him to the park in the evening time, and over there, he's like, honey, honey. And she feels embarrassed because, because this is like what I call her. So this is what he heard, that this is what he thought, that this is her name.
Adorable.
So you lead as a man, you lead by example. This is how you show your son. So yeah, I mean, I wish we grow old together with this happiness and grow this happiness more, teach people more. I mean, the life that I lived, the life that she lived in the past is only lessons for us to become stronger together. And yes, proudly and confidently, I can say this is, for us, this is the most perfect relationship that any man and woman would wish for. This is the right relationship that we invested in. We invested pain, we invested patience, we invested so much. It's not glowing because out of nothing. Like there was dirt in the growing of this relationship, but it grew very strongly. It's getting much better. And again, back to the seed and the flower. And the soil has to be fed with dirt in order to glow and give you that beautiful flower. So behind every dirt, there's flower. There, behind every patient person, there's always the right place to go. So teach patience, teach confidence, talk about that. All of that builds a relationship and how strong it is and how good it will be. So yeah, we keep on learning and as we grow together.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's not it. That's what I love about the whole thing. It's not an actual destination. It's a learning as you grow. We change, we mature.
Yeah.
We can continue, becoming our best selves. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, this has been amazing, my friend. You have just been, such a joy. Like, I seriously feel like I have so much more. You got to have me back on because
Definitely.
we covered so much, but I just love how you were talking today and everything that you shared. And like I said, you guys follow him, get in his world because he's the real deal. And he's making some major changes right now. He's doing a lot of great things, and I appreciate that. But thank you. Thank you so much for being on today. Thank you so much for being my guest. I've learned a lot about you, and I know there's so much more to learn, but it was perfect. You did great. You honestly did great.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Charlene. I really appreciate that you asked me these questions, and I love the questions that came from your community, from your own world. So shout out to them. Keep those questions coming for your guests, and it was really lovely. The energy that you have is amazing. The comfort. I always feel comfortable with my host or my guest as well in the podcast, but this was on another level. I felt the power and the energy. So thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
That's a wrap. Wow. What a beautiful conversation I had with Saif and the deep dive we did about men, women, and relationships and what it truly takes to have a thriving, loving marriage. I love hearing how Saif talked about his wife and how he lit up when he talked about her and how he feels about her and their relationship. That's the kind of love that's possible for all of us. That's the kind of love that we all should strive for. Truly being married to your best friend. As I like to say, married to your best friend and lover, and creating your happily ever after. Please make sure to circle back to the first part of this two-part series in last week's episode if you haven't had a chance to listen to the first half of the episode. If you're loving this podcast and these incredible conversations, please hit the subscribe button and leave a 5-star review. Don't miss an episode because each week I'll be bringing on guests and experts who will share their knowledge about love, dating, and relationships so you can apply it into your own life. I'll see you next week. And until then, cheers to great love.